Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coconut bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. A bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coconut bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. What do you mean? We up it and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse was smashing, kicking the door. Wave on 4/4, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Sanctuary of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded a bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting.
Yes. Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. Let's do a mic check. How we sounding? Let us know what we sounding like. Peace. Check. Let's go. I want to know from the audience too. I'm gonna take a vote from y'all. I sent that song to get mastered the other day and they sent me back something and I was like, nah, y'all can keep that. Do you think we should change anything in that song? You said, yeah. Do you think we should change anything in that song or should we just put that shit out just like that? Because I don't want to change and I don't want to mess that up by trying to get it mastered and they make it too clean. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all let me know. I'm going to do a little vote and whatnot. But what's good? Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes. Episode 241 in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Episode 241. You said add some hi-hats. Add some hi-hats. The organic sounds. That's what I'm feeling. I just want to know if y'all feel the same way that I do, because I'm like, I don't want to change anything. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. You feel me? I'm cool with that. Yeah, we'll play it back before the night is over. Yeah, we'll play it back. We'll close out the show with that. You know. That song right there, I've been on the road with that and everything. That's been going state to state with me. And I've been playing it for some heavyweights. And yeah, they like that right there. You know, that's one of them things right there. But there's another song. I'm playing them. It's a 3-pack that I'm playing them. There's this other song that I got with Cambada. Oh my goodness. It's a commercial song. This one is really for the radio. You know, sometimes you just got to hit a few out the ballpark, you know, and give them a radio hit, you know what I mean? Or I won't even call it a radio hit, but it would definitely be played on the radio. That one right there, that's coming up down the line. I ain't even gonna let that out. But right now we're gonna enjoy the red opal and whatnot. And how you think the video should look like? Because I've been contemplating what the video should look like. How would y'all envision a video to a song like that? You know what I mean? Is it a video where it's just showing scenery, like behind the scenes, where you're not rapping to it? It's just it's just like you're just carrying on with your life. Is it a performance video where you're like rapping word for word? How do y'all see that? You said leave it vegan and organic, right? The song the way it is and survive for real. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that y'all feel the same way that I'm feeling. So with that being said, that will even speed up the process for that song to be released. There's no reason why that shouldn't be released to streaming platforms. That needs to go, and I need to put that on the streaming platforms before next Monday. That's a fact. Let hold me to that shit, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Summer sunset video. Okay, okay, okay. Sounds good. Sounds okay. I like that. Okay, you gonna need a playback? All right, so I'm gonna play it back from the top. And I got the lyrics to it, so it's almost like it makes it easier. So I'm gonna run it back real quick, and then we'll do a little video treatment. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go.
Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tour of the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running up banks, causing a crash and feather the feds. Moorish the fashion, horse was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the bright lean. The hunger was biting, biting.
Yeah. Yeah, so that video is gonna be kind of crazy right there. You know what I'm talking about? That's a nice look. I couldn't envision like a whole, a scene where it's like 100 gods and goddesses. Like I need to do it at a festival. You know what I'm talking about? If I was at Malcolm X Fest this week, this Saturday, I would have definitely did the video right there and just had Atlanta turn up. But ooh, the anniversary for Stone Mountain is coming up. We might be able to use Stone Mountain one more again. You know what I'm talking about? That would be a dope video on Stone Mountain. Red opals. Everybody come out with their red opals. Yeah, let me marinate on that. I'm gonna go have to ask the Galactic Federation. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, let's do the roll call though. Let's see who's in the building tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Before we get into the business, I have a guest tonight that has, these brothers made history, and I was there to witness it. You know what I mean? And I'm very, very, very happy to bring the brother on to speak about a moment. It's always important that we share moments with each other collectively and whatnot, because one W was a W for all of us. You know what I mean? So my good brother Chicago Crypto Block Bully, he was on stage last night in Chicago for the higher level tour. And yeah, he raised the roof. You know what I'm saying? He came in there, he dropped some information on them people that if they apply what they heard, it would change their whole life for the better. Every single person in that building. So yeah, the brother's gonna pull up, he's gonna drop some information, and we're also gonna talk to y'all about this 4-week course that we got going on Patreon. This fire. This brother's coming through with information that is super duper top tier. So yeah, we'll tap in with a minute. Oh, okay, let's do it. We got Mississippi in the building. All right, shout out to Mississippi. Salute to Mississippi. Louisiana in the building. Love and light to Louisiana. All right, we got something coming up in Louisiana's Santa Rosa in the building. California was really good. All right, H-Town up in here. All right, shout out to H-Town. Shout out to H-Town. Maryland in the building. Harlem in the building. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Listen, let me tell you something about Detroit. Man, man, the love in Detroit, it was powerful. We pulled up in Detroit. What day was that? No, Friday. Detroit was popping. Detroit was off the chain. Shout out to Detroit. There's some real people out there. Delaware in the building. Boogie Down Bronx. My brother Filthy Rich out in Detroit. No, not Filthy Rich. Not the rapper Filthy Rich. Another brother named Filthy out there who he has his own store in the art district. Shout out to that good brother and his wife and whatnot. All the good people in Detroit. Salute to y'all. All the good people in Chicago. It was beautiful seeing each one of y'all these past few days. Tuskegee, Alabama. Salute to y'all. Rome in the building. All right. Charlotte, Virginia. Fort Greene. Fort Greene up in this team. All right. Corey, what up, Corey? Delaware up in this thing. Salute to Delaware. Rank Karain, what up? Fort Greene, BK. Shout out to BK in the building. You know, everywhere that we go, BK has to be there. DC in this thing. Shout out to DC. Yeah, DC showed up at the Baltimore date. DC, yeah, I believe there might be something coming up for DC too. Shout out to DC though. Salute to the DC family. Berkeley. All right. Yeah, so we deep in here tonight. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tuscaloosa. All right. Shout out to Tuscaloosa. Shout out to my dude to this day, Deontay Wilder. I think he get it. He got a knockout the other day. Did he? Did he get a win? Did he get a W and whatnot? I know he getting back and doing this boxing thing and whatnot. Shout out to Deontay. All right. Hemet, California. VA, Denver in this thing. Shout out to Denver in this thing. Shout out to VA up in this massive. Yeah, Virginia's in this building. Who saw the fight the other day? Oh my goodness. Who saw that fight with Haney? A lot of controversy right there. A lot of controversy. Yeah, man. All right. Some people say he got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Some people say he got his ass whooped. And I saw, you know, I seen something happen, you know. I was watching a fight with a person who knows boxing though. So sometimes when we watch these fights, we may think that something is happening that's not happening, if you know what I'm saying. Like we may be seeing the other boxer getting hit, and we may be like, oh, he's getting beat and whatnot. Meanwhile, he's hitting the other boxer with these body shots and whatnot, and he's hitting it with certain type of shots. But those are really the shots that matter. Remember, boxing is a science, it's the sweet science. So according to the sweet science, Haney did his thing and was able to score the way that he did, but a lot of people are saying that he got robbed, that homie got robbed. Now, let me show you how certain situations change timelines forever, right? Let me show you why the multiverse exists, right? This is a perfect example of how the timeline changes based off of certain decisions and whatnot, and why those situations are real big. My dude Loma was mad political, right? He is a political tool, unlike any political tool that the Democrats could have asked for in this election season. Why? Why? Because he's a boxer who stopped boxing to go and fight in a war, right? He stopped boxing to go and fight in the Ukraine war, right? The same Ukraine that somebody in America, because the damn sure wasn't me, but somebody decided to give them about $1 trillion in a span of about a year. They got everybody's reparation checks 10x, and they 10x'd it. You know what I'm saying? These same Ukrainians who I never met, but I know one of them, and their name is Loma, is Loma, right? So he was poised to be not only a war hero, a homecoming hero, but if he would have won that fight, he would have said something about Russia or the war with Russia and Ukraine. He might have said something with Putin's name in it. They were going to politicize the shit out of it. The Democrats was going to hop on that. You know what I mean? It was going to be bigger than what anybody probably could have even seen. All of that was changed by the fact that he went up against this young black man, or this young melanated Moor, right? Who stopped all of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? And completely changed the timeline and took that whole situation away from them. Right? If he would have won that fight, they would have had him, and then that Tank, that would have been the fight of the, they would have been, that shit would have been a crazy build up right there. But according to the scorecards, homie didn't win. Said that he lost. You know what I'm talking about? Boxing is very political. It's extremely political. And it was so political that I was like, it would make sense for them to give it to Lomachenko and start that campaign where they will politicize the shit out of him. He would become a threat to the face of boxing, which is this young brother right here, Tank Davis. He would become their white hope, right? He's the big bad Ukrainian, you know what I'm talking about, who just eats punches and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? With your taxpayer money and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? They try to build him up to be an action figure or something. But homie, stop that shit. Son is different. Haney, he's different than Tank. He's different than Tank Davis and whatnot. He's not even fully developed. You know what I'm talking about? He still is like, you know, you could tell that he still hasn't even broken into his shell. Tank, on the other hand, is a little more seasoned. I think Tank will walk that boy down and bulldog him. I know what happened back in the days in the sparring ring and whatnot at Mayweather's gym, but that's not today. It's a different day and age. You know, So they're gonna have him and Shakur fight, and then whoever wins that is gonna go up against Tank. But yeah, you know, salute to that young brother and whatnot, and you know, and his trainers and everybody who's grooming him, because you could tell that he's the cleaner version. He could, you know, based off of boxing being political and them creating faces that are like, you know, safe bets and whatnot, he would be a safer bet than Tank Davis for the money part of it, not for the draw. You know what I mean? Not for all of that, just for the fact that dude is a little more straighter as an arrow, and you could tell that he's been groomed from very young to be mechanically, you know what I mean, with the shits, you know, because he has the form. You might not know what it is if you're not a boxer and whatnot, but son is, you know, he got some shit with him, you know. But they saying Loma won and whatnot. They saying Loma won and it was a robbery, you know. Hey, you know, like I said, a draw. I would have a draw at least for, you know what I mean. I didn't think he won. I'm not agreeing. I would have at least went for a draw. I thought Loma won too. To be honest with you, that's what I thought. And then when he didn't win, the person that was right there with me, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, matter of fact, it was human GPT. Human used to be a boxer. So human was like, nah, son is winning because of the science part of what he's doing. He's doing what he's supposed to do. All right. Yes. And he also said that the champ, he was like, if you beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. And the champ always gets the benefit of the doubt. Exactly. Can't beat the champ in a decision like that. That's not how that game works. So if he was going to beat him, he was going to knock him out. But my whole thing is this, and I would say the same thing to Haney. If you're going to push him when y'all doing the whole face off and whatnot, if you push somebody, you got to knock him out, bro. What are you talking about? How you going to push this dude and you didn't knock him out? You know what I'm talking about? You wasn't necessarily walking him down. You wasn't dog walking that boy. Even though you wasn't on defense, but you wasn't walking Loma down. He was popping you with he was giving you some shit, bro. And you, but what he managed to do, he managed to tag Loma's face up and he was beating his body up, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to all of the boxers out there. Shout out to all of the MMA fighters out there. You know, shout out to all of the warriors out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the martial artists out there. You know, everybody who protects themselves, who deals with that type of defense, and you're able to transmute this energy, this rage that you may have and whatnot into something productive. You know what I mean? You're able to transfer energy onto that dance floor. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. You know, shit. You got to do something with the energy. You got to do something with the energy. And asking about what movie that you should watch. Be a little more specific, and I'll let you know if I do know what you know. Thank you for coming on, because these, yo, what's that video that I saw with the Israelites was fighting? What's going on with that, bro? I seen something on my timeline, and it was between two camps. One of them that I'm familiar with, because somebody confirmed that for me. Yeah, yeah. That needs to be immediately mediated. You feel me? You said that they stay fighting. Well, that needs to be mediated in some shape or form before that gets out of hand. You know what I mean? Because what don't need to happen right now is some dumb shit like that. Not in this retrograde. Definitely not during this retrograde. This is a real powerful retrograde. Be very, very mindful. You know, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of miscommunication taking place. You feel me? A lot. So be very mindful of that. Um, try not to get into any contracts or any contractual agreements right now. Play it very light, or play it by ear. You know what I mean? Don't take, don't let me diagnose everything as a one off for everything. Just take it, you know what I mean? Be very more mindful now than you was before, and vet people during this period. Just vet them. You said, well, I know. And do you know I'm talking about the what's the sign, right? What when I saw that, I said the same thing to myself. I said, fuck what I'm seeing. What's the symbol of what I'm seeing? The symbol of what I saw was exactly what you just said. I was like, yo, this is some different, we're at a different level. We're at a breaking point right now. Um, yeah. So it's definitely something that you know what's interesting, and I mentioned it to somebody. I forgot who I mentioned it to. Um, but I said on this tour that I've been on, right, the higher level tour, I haven't seen too many of the invited guests be people from the religious denominations, and no disrespect or anything. And I don't think I have to say that, but I'm just saying it hasn't been nobody really that was in religiosity, right? But everybody who came up there was doing something, connected to the community in some type of way, was well received by the community in some type of way. You know what I mean? Hometown heroes who put in work like New Era. You know what I mean? People who are in their hometown that might not even be known that well in their hometown, like Chicago crypto block bully. You know what I mean? Because he keeps a very low profile and he does his work in the cyber world and in other places, but he moves with anonymity. You know what I mean? Brothers like the Acre Boys out of Long Island and whatnot, who are out here buying up land and things of that nature. So it's a lot of stuff going on that could be, should be, and would be going on inside of these religious organizations if things were really functioning the way that they potentially could have, should have, and would have, if the leadership was, I would say more in alignment with the truth. Let's just say that. If the leadership was more in alignment with the truth, then the congregation would be more lit right now. And let me just say what I mean by that so nobody feels they can misinterpret it in any way. I'm going to give you an example as to what that means. If the preacher or the pastor of a church is in alignment with the truth, meaning that they're tapped into a thought leader or a speaker or a teacher who's bringing them closer to the truth, and they're reading books and they're accepting that truth for what it is, and then it's helping them speak the truth and teach the truth and feed the truth to their people, then those people are considered to be, those are like assets right there. right? That's a win-win right there. So as long as you align with the truth and you seeking the truth, then that's gonna affect you in a more positive way, and then you can affect others in a very much more positive way. Yes, leader of the flock, you know, like a Rev Ike. Exactly, exactly. He was giving them the truth. He was sticking to the truth. He was stripping away all of that other stuff, all of the fluff, and giving it to them. He was giving them what they needed, and they were giving them results. They were producing a lot of results. He's not the only one. So, you know, somebody said we need a high vibrational hive mind. Um, you are absolutely correct. And interestingly enough, you mentioned the word hive, and there's actually a blockchain and a network that's named Hive that is one of the top candidates, for a place where like-minded individuals can actually go that's decentralized, and it's off of this quote unquote these centralized platforms that are like data spy agencies and whatnot. It takes it off of this, and you have the opportunity to get away from a lot of the noise of social media. You feel me? And you could build on Hive. So yeah, we definitely need a hive mind. We definitely need a high vibrational hive mind to begin to collectively come together and vote, but collectively come together as a think tank, collectively come together on a daily, if not hourly basis, you know what I mean, and begin to delegate things. Um, to a from it could start out with a small amount of people, and it could grow as exponential as it needs to be. The choices, it could scale, and all of that. It just depends on the growth. So the Lakers got swept, huh? Damn. I mean, they tried. They tried. They made it this far, but there's casualties in war. I'm talking about? But to get swept by the Nuggets, yeah, shit. But LeBron is still LeBron. You know what I mean? He put on a good show. They wasn't even poised to get that far. Afrogoddess, what up? What it do? What it do? Salute to Kush Fades. Yeah, but it feels nice to get outside. I've been going state to state, traveling and whatnot, and I'm just reporting back to the people. You know what I mean? I'm here to report about the behind, shit that I'm seeing, what's going on city to city. I was in Baltimore. Shout out to B More, crazy out there. I was in Philadelphia. Shout out to Philadelphia, crazy out there. I was in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, crazy out there. I was in Boston. Shout out to Boston, crazy out there. I was in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago, crazy out there. Hold on. You know, each state, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing people from each state, seeing Taj and Sabir, Chicago crypto, you know what I mean? A lot of the people who what I'm saying, who we out here, who we build with and who we work with and who's a part of our network, just seeing everybody doing what needs to be done. Brother Rich at the Apollo interviewing the brother 19 Keys, You know, all of that is a beautiful thing. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just letting everybody know that from what I've seen, our people are, you know, they shining. You know what I mean? They doing good in these cities that I just named. You know, don't be fooled by whatever you may think you have heard or what you think you know. Even in Chicago, that they try to paint this picture like this is a scary place. Chicago got a beach, bro. Like I literally saw sand in a beach and people I seen yachts and whatnot. I seen people on boats in Chicago. A little outside of Chicago in Evanston, but Chicago nonetheless. The real estate in Chicago is beautiful, bro. The real estate in Chicago is beautiful. I never knew this. We were staying in an area that would be considered like the suburbs and whatnot, right? So they say that Chicago is a very segregated place, and you know our people are state they you know they just stay in their place, and the Europeans or whatever they got their little place that they be at. But we wasn't, you know, we don't adhere to those rules. We don't adhere to those. We don't know what that means. So wherever we go, we just carry ourselves as is. You know what I mean? Like we belong. We carry ourselves, we on the God frequency. So we not even asking permission because we don't have to ask permission, but we showing up in our proper persona and they giving it up. They already know who the gods are. Or if they don't know who we are, they like, yo, who's that? Who are those people? You know what I mean? Are you guys artists? Are you? Yeah, we all of that. And if I lived in a state where I couldn't really ride around in my hood because somebody might take my life and unalive me, I would have an apartment in a place like Evanston. That's where I would drive to at night to lay my head, you know, and I would make it. But the real estate, let's put the energy out there that y'all get y'all land back. All of that. I don't even want to get into the politics of what it's like and all of that because, like I said, the God showed me Chicago completely different than how he may show somebody what Chicago is. This was the Most High that did all of this. The way that they, GPS my experience, my experience of Chicago is completely different. I see it completely different than how somebody may see that shit. And it's all good. It's some people that go to New York and their whole complete perception of New York is nothing than what they heard on the mixtapes. They might have stayed in Queens, you know what I'm saying? Then they went to Chinatown, then they went to the Village, then they walked in Central Park, and then they went to Harlem before they even got to the Empire State Building. So they're like, yo, their whole perception of what New York is just way different from somebody who gets off the plane and goes right to Brooklyn, to the hood, or to Flatbush, or goes right to Harlem to where the people is at, or damn near go to the Bronx and get a fucking culture shock. Yeah, Chicago, founded by a Haitian. Shit, some Haitians need to go and take that shit back. Cause that real estate out there is beautiful. Beaches, bro. Nice buildings. The downtown, shit look, you know what I mean? The train system, I like trains and shit. They got a whole train system. You said New York seems dirty. I wouldn't call it dirty, but it do got some dirt. Chicago's the front line for political agendas. Yeah, you know, I could I could I could kind of see it in a way, you know what I mean? Like I was checking out the pedigree and the stock of the European that I was around and whatnot out in Chicago. I was that that was surrounding us. Very Masonic, very Masonic and whatnot. Um, very pompous and you could tell that this is like the breadbasket of like CIA, FBI, and I know that they're very crooked because of their whole connection to the mob and the underworld and politics and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an empath, so I'm able to pick up on shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm able to just download all kind of information just going into people's um auric fields. And something happened that never really happened to me before. I was in Evanston, right? So this is like I said, this is some posh shit. Like they got this shit looked like a move. It looked like a like like when you see like the movies from like the 90s, like Home Alone, you know, or you see movies from the 90s, like one of these movies, and like they're in like a small town, and in the middle of the town they have like all of the stores. It was some shit like that. It had a Target, bro. Not off the highway, in the neighborhood. They had a whole Target right there. They had everything right on the strip. Starbucks, Target, a vegan spot, another spot, a sushi spot. It was just like I'm saying, the way that they paint Chicago, this was the complete polar opposite of how they paint that shit. That's where we were staying. So making a long story short, I'm like, damn, I'm walking and I'm like, damn, it must be a club out here because it smelled like vomit all over this bitch. Why does it smell like vomit? And I'm like, shit, you know, I'm like, look at it. It's a whole posh looking ass neighborhood and it smells like people have vomited. And then my dude said, nah, bro, that's not vomit, that's manure. He was like, that's chicken fertilizer. He said, we seen them. He said we was out here earlier and they was laying it on all of the pots, like the dirt pots where they got trees and whatnot. You know what I mean? Instead of laying regular dirt, they was laying manure that smell like vomit. I was like, wait a minute, what? He was like, yeah, fam, they laying manure in their dirt. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He like, yeah. I'm like, wait, hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga put manure, doodle. They ain't never seen no shit like that in the hood, bro. Nigga never smelled manure. We smell dog poop, but never manure smelling like vomit. I was like, damn, they different out here. I knew I was in a new place. This was a new experience. And then it was a beach 2 blocks away. This is not what they be selling us about Chicago. If I was a drill rapper, I would just go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? I would just go to the beach and get out of the hood. You can't let these people take the finest parts of America for themselves. Man, F that. Your money green too. It ain't even a money thing. It's just asserting yourself. Wherever the fuck you belong, you just be there. You show up. Like it's not even trying. Like we out there blowing L's down. They got dispensaries in Chicago. They got dispensaries in Boston, and people don't be outside smoking weed. That's something interesting that I've seen. The places that got dispensary, they don't have people frolicking, right? Or moonlighting, smoking around their establishment, or even in the streets all around these areas. Because I was walking up and down in Boston and Chinatown and stuff like that, just exploring. And I didn't smell weed once. And even where I was at in Evanston, I didn't nobody was smoking no damn weed out there. We was blowing it down though. Let me tell you that. You know what I'm talking about? We was blowing it down, you know? Oh, they be outside smoking their weed. I hope they do. Shit. Y'all niggas, there's people doing biz right now. You better smoke that shit for them. You better go outside and blow it down for the people that can't. That's doing a bid for that until they come home free to guys. You know? You said they shoot at the beach too? Man, I need to stop shooting, bro. That shit don't even. The shit that I seen, it don't even. The Chicago that I seen, a gunshot don't even make sense. It don't even seem. I was in a college town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this man Dunkin' Donuts out there. I don't know why. I don't know why. You smell it every day on the highway. Damn, on your way to work. Yeah. So shout out to Chicago. You know, I know it's real. I know that it gets busy. You know, I know it's a lot of dark places out there. But what I saw last night when the crowd was pulled on, what came through, I seen some very bright eyes. I seen some very happy people. I seen some well accomplished, especially in Detroit and Chicago. There's no recession going on with our people. Don't let nobody fool you. And I'm not going to let myself be fooled. There ain't no recession taking place. Believe me when I tell you that. Our people doing good. You feel me? Our people doing good. Our people doing good. I ain't claiming we doing bad. That's not something that I'm accepting and whatnot. Everybody has a right to accept a reality that they want to exist in and whatnot, that they want to give life to. I'm just not doing that. I'm going to kindly accept the reality where people are doing good, looking good, smelling good, feeling good, understanding that all of this is an experience, even the so-called L's that you take. If you can't, you know, if you got to break it down into a lesson. That L is a lesson that turns into a blessing. So shit, everything is all good. Everything. I was watching Brother Rich show tonight, and the sister that was on, Sister Erin, I believe her name is, beautiful sister, powerful messages and whatnot. She made it very simple and very plain, and you know, and I was receiving the information. You know, I was receiving it, but she was like, even when negative things are occurring in your life and you're going through challenges, and you think that woe is me, the way that you have to see it, not have to, but the way to see it to make it alchemized and whatnot, is to know that something is coming behind that. You know, there's a blessing. You know what I mean? There's a blessing that comes in a very bitter, in a bitter sense. After the bitterness, after the bitterness, right, is the cure. Once you get through the bitterness, then action begins to take place. Like when you are drinking the bitters. Once that shit hits your system and whatnot, then it starts to move things and whatnot. Your belly starts to gripe, and through all of that chaos and all of that chaotic energy and all of that pain and through all of that suffering and whatnot, you will receive a breakthrough or two. So on the other side of pain, y'all, Blue Pill even said that this weekend with on Black Magic 363, him and KT had a masterful build at the Malcolm X Fest. Shout out to everybody that was out there and whatnot. That majestic gathering of magical, mystical, mythical, melanated men and women in Atlanta. Okay, this is a very mystical and magical place. And when they gather for ceremony and for festival, they are bound, they make some things happen out here. They make some things happen out here. You know. But through these processes, we achieve what it is that we need and what it is that we want. And everybody is going through their own personal dark night of the soul. Everybody is going through their personal fire. Everybody is going through their personal, pressing of the coal into the diamond, the proverbial that is. You feel me? But once you embrace the pain, on the other side of the pain, or on the other side of this pressure, or on the other side of this quote unquote unbearable pain is change, is a process. So just continue to do that. Continue to test yourself, continue to press yourself, and then you'll continue to impress yourself. Continue to press yourself, and then you will continue to impress yourself. And there's nothing better than impressing self. Because if you can't impress yourself, nobody can. Got to start with you, and you impress yourself by pressing yourself, you know what I mean? And not depressing yourself. So your resistance is where you find your strength. In your resistance is where you find your strength. So whatever that you can resist, you should look forward to just resisting it, because in that is where strength building takes place. And living in the world that we live in with so many, so many distractions and so many things that are pulling for our attention and so many things to resist, you don't even run out of options. You could go ahead and pick a few, pick a few. You had a breakthrough today and you could co-sign this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to hear, beautiful to hear, because I know what breakthroughs lead to, I know what breakthroughs lead to. And truth be told, collectively, all of us that are here that participated in the roll call that's on this call tonight and whatnot, we are all in here at different levels, you know what I mean? And we are all in here having, we have having we on different levels, fucking with different devils, because different level, different devil, right? Different level, different devils. But collectively, I could definitely say that we're all growing and we're all developing and we're all attempting to master our lower selves, right? And we're all looking for balance or achieving balance, right? Not necessarily looking for it, but we're actually achieving it. Okay? So balance is achieved through living it. It's definitely all about personal development, So when we start having these breakthroughs and whatnot, then I know that we're definitely on this path to personal development and whatnot. And I know collectively, we're all collectively having breakthroughs at each different level that we're at and whatnot. But each breakthrough leads to another breakthrough, leads to another breakthrough, leads to, it's non-stop. You will continue to have breakthroughs throughout your whole life. You will continue to re-up on your red pill throughout your whole life. You will continue to go through door number 1 or 2 throughout your whole life, as long as you seek it. ye shall find. And it's so much to find in your mind that you'll never stop seeking until it's your time. So just keep, there is no, oh, I'm gonna just wait, or I'm gonna just wait on this, or I'm gonna just hang out. If you hear people talking like that, just kindly, you know what I mean? Not in a rude type of way, but kindly remove yourself from their quote unquote auric field, because they're gonna begin to affect you with that lower frequency of pessimism. You want to be around optimists. You want to be around people who have an optimistic outlook on things, who are going to speak life into all type of ideas, concepts, and visions that you have, that you share with them, and that you share collectively. So should you be making music every day? Yes, you definitely should be making music every day and cataloging it. Why? Because there's no other better day than today, right? This run that you go on, could change your life forever, right? 2 years from now, you might not have the ability to go on a music run. You might have children 2 years from now. You might have a situation. So the time is now. If you charged up to make music every day, you don't say, well, fuck it, I'm gonna play ball 4 days out of the week and just get to the music when I could get to it. And you have this you have a whole a faucet is running right now where music is just pouring out of you, skill is pouring out of you, talent and everything. No, you get to it, because that shit might dry up. So make music every day and get better and better and better, right? Yeah. And promise you something you're gonna have what is called that breakthrough. You're gonna have the breakthrough, you know. The only guaranteed time is now. There is no tomorrow. Shout out to Glorilla. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, George. But yeah, the only thing that's got the time is now. The people that's making, I was on a Sprinter. We was going to the airport today, leaving the hotel, and we was listening to about an hour of AI Drake, my nigga. A whole hour, right? I'm on a Discord with AI producers and whatnot, where they put out mad AI artists. Yo, the AI Drake shit is crazy, bro. The AI Drake catalog is stupid. They got a whole playlist of some fucking heat, bro. So I'm looking for the AI producers. Y'all come and holla at me, bro. If you doing AI producing, or if you want to learn about it, please tap in, because that shit right there, that's a well that's gonna be tapped. That's a well that's gonna be tapped very soon. You might as well tap it now. That's the email right there. I'm gonna scroll that for a minute. Right there, the Mark125 at Gmail. That's a wave right there. I don't even want to talk about it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because that's not even a YouTube type of conversation. That's not a YouTube conversation, respectfully. They got a huge playlist of Drake songs redone by Kanye. I don't really want to hear the Kanye AI too, right? The wavy stuff that I listen to the most, that I felt, is the AI Drake. I don't want to start getting into too many other artists on the AI shit. It's not that serious for me. But when it hits, it hits. And the original one he did with The Weeknd is catchy because I still remember it. It's sticky. You know what I mean? So that was a touchdown on their first attempt. If it sticks in your mind and you sing, that shit came on in the club and was rocking. Hold on. Hold on. We was in a spot and that shit came on and everybody was rocking to it. So the AI Pac was crazy. Look, if somebody is out there right here that does that, like I said, hit me up. We're gonna talk off camera about some things. Hit me up. Your services are needed, bro. You said fix the sound effects? Okay. Thank you for that. Hold on.
There you go. That better? Got you. I got you, crypto. Y'all was trying to tell me that earlier too. I didn't even realize that about the sound effects. Blood clot. We was going through some things too earlier. I might have to rewind it and edit those in. We need that AI pop smoke. I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna leave it like this for anybody that wants to ask what is, my stance on that. This is the age of experience. This is the age of experience. Yes, drop the AI music program. Yes, do that for me, Art, today, right? Like right now, if you can, and I'll send you the link for the AI Discord. There's a whole Discord where they do that on the Discord. I'll send you in that room too. You said turn down the mic. Is that better? Check, check, check. Is that better? Check, check, check. Okay. You said it's static and distorted? Oh, Lord. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix that static because I don't want to talk through that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Would you sign your voice over to AI for 10 years for 50 million? Would I sign my voice over to AI for 10 years for 50 million? That's a good ass question. That is a good question, right? That's almost like selling your masters, right? That's almost like selling your masters or selling your publishing. Like I said before, the artists that were selling their catalogs, who said it's tripping?
How's that now? That's exactly what these artists did when they sold their catalogs. Damn right, that's what they did. Damn right, that's what they did. I was saying that months ago. I was saying that months ago. I was like, look, people was like, why are these catalogs being sold at such a high rate? Why are these rap artists just dumping their catalogs? I was like, because there's something called AI on the horizon. And what AI is going to do is is going to challenge the authenticity of the artist because it's going to clone them. Fast forward to where we're at right now, right? There's all of this cloning going on. But I'm like this. I'm a music connoisseur. We live in an age of experience. We also live in an age of immersion, and we also live in the age of information, right? So as a music connoisseur and as somebody in the audience, what would be the next level of experience, right? To bring me back to the music, because people are not, they're not stuck to the music, and they don't have a new use case for the music. So a new use case would be, now each single listener of music has the ability to customize an artist to make a song with them. You now can make a song with Biggie if you wanted to. You have the opportunity to not just make the song with Biggie, but you'll have a hologram. You'll actually have the Biggie in photorealistic 3D hologram virtual form, augmented form, right in front of you, rapping with you in the video. Right? That's where they're taking this thing to. So not only would you be able to have Biggie back up and do a hook for you, but you'll have a 3D rendition or a holographic quote unquote mid-journey rendition of what Big is right there as well. And you might be able to have merch. So the artists that are selling their likeness, and they're selling their catalog along with their likeness, these companies, like it's a company called Hypnotic, they're going to be like the brokers of AI of artists to the AI companies, because they're going to regulate it, and they're going to make it to whereas you could sell your publishing, but you could sell it'll be like you're selling a level of publishing, but to like AI companies to clone you and to do all of these things with you, like make you rap, make you do a song in somebody else's voice. You know what I mean? All of these things that you can do. But I don't want to keep talking because we have a guest tonight, and I'm not gonna keep this guest in the building all night. But the brother is here to drop some information. So without any further ado, I want to introduce to you our brother, your brother, none other than Bitcoin Bully.
Peace, family. What's going on, Red? How you feeling? How was your trip back to the? Can you hear me? Am I coming through?
Peace.
Yo, can you hear me? Red, yo. Red, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if there's
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. Peace. How you doing, Red? What's going on, family?
Oh man, we great, brother. We are great. We are over here politicking, chopping it up, you know, kicking some game and whatnot. I shared some good news with them earlier about what we was in Chicago doing last night. But I said that, you know, I'm gonna bring my brother through because a win for one of us is a win for all of us. And when we do these things that are monumental, it's very instrumental that we document it and we put it out there so that people know about it.
Nah, facts. Yeah, last night was nothing less than monumental, man. Being able to be brought out. In fact, let me say this too. I definitely got to salute brother 19 Keys and give him his flowers now, bro, because he's the first person to put me on the stage out here in Chicago, in front of Chicago. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for about 5-6 years now, and ain't nobody gave me a stage in my city yet. You know what I'm saying? But that brother came out here with probably more of a following than what individuals out here probably could have done, and gave me a stage. You know what I'm saying? Gave me a stage of his followers. because nobody even knew I was going to be on that stage. So I appreciate that.
Right, but you know, and when people in this community function not in ego, not in competition, and not in quote unquote lack, but in integrity and recognition, right? And in sharing this and in abundance, then you get a situation where the good brother will come through and be like, you know what I'm gonna give a brother who's in his community who might not be known by his community the opportunity to shine by bringing people in his city out and then introducing them to him, thus giving him that stamp to helping his work even become a lot more expansive.
Definitely.
So that's integrity right there. That's a beautiful sight to see, King.
Man, you don't really see it like that amongst, you know what I'm saying, the brothers like that anymore, man, at all. Like that's solid, man.
You
That's the type of cloth I'm cut from the old days, you know.
you feel me? You know what I mean? That's what used to keep those gears spinning and moving in the quote unquote machine, right? Because the program is bigger than everyone. But in order for the program to fully take form, the teams have to be able to play to the rules. There has to be some type of code, right?
Mm-hmm.
Similar to in the world that you were a master in, which is Web3 and the blockchain and in finances and whatnot. That's a well-oiled machine as well. And things don't happen haphazardly in that quote unquote space. No.
Nah, so yeah, man, the information that I was able to bring last night, amongst the different brothers that was there too, you know what I mean? Because everybody brought solid information. And
Yes.
it was the solidarity, you know what I'm saying? The solidarity that was in the building last night. It was
Right.
something that I missed, you know what I mean? It wasn't no big eyes and little U's last night.
Right.
Everybody was a legend in their own.
Everybody was a legend in their own.
You know, and Keys was the glue. You know what I
Right.
mean? Keys was the glue to it all. So definitely salute to that, brother. Salute to in fact, you know
Like
what?
Rashid,
Definitely brother Rashid,
Acre Boys.
Field, the Acre Boys, everybody else.
Oh,
Now I wanna clarify something because they asked me last night, and I think this is how I remember it. They asked me last night how did Keys get up, you know, how did I get up with Keys? And I'm like, really, he found me through the information. But to be honest,
right.
bro, I remember a couple of years ago, and I remember the conversation specifically. It was when Facebook was first going to come out with their cryptocurrency. Either you or Blue called me while y'all was with 19 Keys, and y'all like, man, we want to introduce you to Keys. You know, we've been telling them about you. So I want to put that out there that y'all actually the ones that introduced me. I don't know if he's seen me before that, but I know for a fact that y'all was the first one that I know of in front of my face, well, in front of my ears.
Right.
They brought my name up in front of that, brother. So I just wanted to retrace what I said yesterday because I forgot about that. Like, nah, Red and Blue did introduce me to Keys a couple of years ago. So I appreciate that. So now that's what brought forth what
right. You'll be on more stages soon. Don't worry about it. We'll be able to tell that.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I was able to bring the information in the way that I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Still hold my identity. You know what I mean? Safe and secure like I do. Hopefully I wasn't talking too over the heads of the individuals, but what I do know that I did was I planted seeds that
planted mad seeds, bro.
subliminal and conscious, you know what I mean, that are gonna bloom within the weeks, months, years to come. You know what I mean? So I definitely set some fire in Chicago last night.
It's called high level conversation for a reason, right? It's about taking the information to a higher level where people have to climb to get to it, right? Because you know a lot of people get information that's on their level and it feels good and it's like, I could eat that right there. It's like a snack. But when you hit them with that full plate, that 7-course meal, where it's like, yo, when you put that meal into, when you know what I mean, when you put those plates into action, it moves like a tectonic plate. So even the Acre boys was like, yo, son was giving formulas crazy. If them people only know what they was just getting, you know.
Right.
So everybody that recorded that is playing it back and going to Google or Chat GPT to be like, yo, what's that? What's this mean? What's that mean? Man, you level them up. You let them know that this is something that they definitely need to learn. You know, that's why we got these classes going. That's why you got your morning classes.
Yes.
That's why you got you know your university. You know, that's why you're doing what you do, King, because the onboarding process is an ongoing process, and you got millions of people that need this information right now.
No, facts. Like, and that's been my biggest thing. It's really come to fruition now, to whereas I'm able to touch and teach a lot of different individuals within our demographic, and really give them the proper. In fact, one of the main things, I had a consultation earlier today, and one of the main things the sister said is like, man, you speak a language I can understand, even though what you're speaking is highly complex.
Right.
She's like, you're breaking it down, and I can comprehend what you're saying. You know what I mean? So I think I gotta get the gab in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Where I can make things relatable to the beginner as well as the those that may think they're advanced.
The beginners all the way to the novice.
Facts.
That's important.
If y'all did record that, replay it, just slow it down. Slow it down. Put it in slow motion so you can catch everything that I'm saying. You're definitely gonna need pen and pad. And man, if they don't know, I was basically giving them game on how to live for free, which is what I've been doing since I figured out how to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, is it easy? Hell nah. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't none of this shit I do easy. I may make it look easy, may make it sound easy, as complex as it does sound, but it's not an easy task to do. You got to be extremely disciplined. And you got to have the right information. You know what I mean? It's I'm gonna say it's damn near 50-50, where it's like you got to have 50% education and 50% emotional discipline.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even say one outweighs the other, because you can be highly disciplined with false information or misinformation or wrong.
What would be a process to develop our emotional intelligence?
You know, one of the biggest things that I had to do learning this and being able to hold my emotion was detach that emotional tie that I had to dollars or money. And look at it like it's a game and these are just numbers. The main
right.
Add your
Instead
numbers.
of that, I can't lose it type of mentality.
Yeah, you can't look at it like that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, it all depends on what pot you playing with. You got individuals that want to play with the rent pot.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to take no emotional attachment with the rent pot. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it. Right. Don't even
I've done stuff like that. You know, when I was in the streets, you know, you got 2 days before rent, you're gonna go flip and double that. You know what I'm saying? Go grab you a pack of something and try to make it more than what it is in grind time and crunch time. Right. You know what I mean? That's not the best thing to do when you're trying to really be financially strapped. You know what I mean? All that hustling and bustling that you do out here, it ain't really gonna work over here. Because I mean, you can, off misinformation, right? You can be disciplined in doing the wrong shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You walking down this road, you took this long steps, this whole strategy, and it wasn't even right. Now, not only is that not going to work, you possibly may have lost whatever you put up to make that work, and now you got to go back to the drawing board. So it's like, yeah, I want to say it's still, I'm thinking like, man, maybe education outweighs it, but now you could have the right education as an example, right? Perfect example. I'm pretty sure a lot of individuals have gone through this. Let's say you're trading. Let's say you make an entry and you're like, you know what? As long as it stays above this, I'm going to hold it. But if it goes below this, I'm going to sell it. So now you got the education level to whereas you know that if it goes below this certain price level, you're supposed to sell. But now it drops below that price level, and then now you get the dang, what is it? The second thoughts, right? Always go with your first thought. Now you get the man, maybe I shouldn't sell yet because what if the what ifs? That's what it is. You
What ifs?
Man, what if it pops back up and I miss my position and I got the what ifs will kill you. Hey, the what ifs will take you down the drain, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like extremely down the drain. So it's like if you're in this space, you have to have the education of the moves you're making, but then you have to have the discipline in order to follow through with those moves that you told yourself you were going to make when it's time for you to make them. So it's a 50-50 thing in my humble opinion. Now, on top of that, you definitely want to, because with me sitting in front of these screens all day, it is extremely draining. I keep certain crystals around, try to protect me, but I'm definitely getting peace of mind. You know what I mean? I know people that just come and stare at the charts all day, every day. When you get up in the morning, first thing you should do really is get your thoughts in order. And you can do that by way of meditation. In my humble opinion, your first thoughts may dictate the day. So I like to try to get my thoughts in order, understand what I'm going to be attacking for that day. And it's not just trading. I mean, if it's studying, what main subjects am I going to study today? And try to bring some type of order in the chaotic world that I live in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely want to try to balance that out because being sleep deprived and making decisions ain't the best. And I used to do something called sleepy trading, right? To be in the bed with the phone in my hand on an exchange, looking at trades, doze off, wake up. You done made 5 trades with your little thumb just moving.
Right. Yeah.
Now, sometimes I woke up, they was in the green, but a lot of times I woke up and they was in the red. So, man, you really got to make sure that you're sound with your mind before you step into this space. Whether you're going to get into the trading or just decentralized financing and self-banking. You know what I'm saying? It definitely takes a toll on the mental. So you want to protect your mental at all costs.
Right. And more than likely, you'll be the one in charge of your own self. So you'll be in charge of your own discipline. And you got to practice balance. You will fare a lot better in your wins and your performance if you would just go grounding in the rising. If you would stretch, if you would do some workouts, if you would go weightlifting, some calisthenics, just get right and then get in front of the computer and whatnot and try to log off,
don't burn yourself out either, dude, because you can
don't burn yourself out
in this space, man.
It's a marathon. It's not a race.
Definitely.
Not burn yourself out.
It's about who finishes, not who finishes first. We so early in the race, brother Red Pill, ain't no finishing yet.
Right.
We just started.
You feel me? Like don't stress yourself, bro.
Let me see. I see you got a nice crowd out here tonight. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in tonight, bringing the information that they bring in. Just by a show of hands out there, who's already within this digital asset space? Where some of the past viewers of the Brother Rich classes at in the chat tonight? And let me ask a question: have those classes been beneficial to you? You know what I'm saying? Even the older ones, how beneficial have they been? Red, were you able to? You were in some of the classes, weren't you?
I was.
Good shit. Good. Let me ask you on a personal note: was the information shared beneficial, and has it been able to benefit you since those classes?
Yes, it was very much so.
Beautiful.
Very much so.
Beautiful.
I hit a few licks early in the game.
Good. Hey, hold on. Let me go grab my chalk. Let me see.
Okay.
I got one here. Never mind. I got one in here. Let me plug this computer up real quick. My apologies.
Okay, so you right here. You was one of those students. You still reference the videos to this day. Right, yeah.
Hey, that's how far ahead the information, bro. Them videos like 2 years old.
You know what, though? In these days and times of the short video, where videos are being repurposed, man, that information should be repackaged.
Redistributed to
it's only old to you. It ain't old to the person that never heard it. That's not old to them.
Right. No, you 100% right. Because I know a lot of individuals that was in the house last night heard a plethora of things I said for the first time ever.
First time ever in their life.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how how do I say it? Because if you're in this space, you're far ahead of the rest of society, right? I'm gonna say it like this. This how far behind everybody is of those of us that are in the future. Because those that are interacting with this cryptocurrency, blockchain, Web3 space, you're living in the future 100%. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know, nobody, the average Joe is not walking down the street on their phone interacting with Web3. They're not. They're on Facebook. They're on IG. They're not interacting with decentralized applications in any way, shape, or form. Very few are interacting with any type of NFTs. Damn near nobody is interacting with play to earn games. In fact, people don't even think that or know that those things even exist. You know what I mean? So I don't even want people to catch up. I want people to get ahead with me. You get what I'm saying? I want individuals to be able to be in a space where and it's interesting because they actually combined the two back in the day. I don't know if you remember the Flintstones and the Jetsons movie. You know what I'm saying? They came out with a movie where they combined the Flintstones with the Jetsons, and they was interacting in the same screen.
What movie? Where's that movie at? Because I gotta see that.
It's a let me look it up real quick. It's a cartoon. It was the I think it was the Jetsons movie. Hold on, let me see if I'm not mistaken.
And they showed how they were both in the same space, the same time, but in different levels, right?
Yeah, it was almost like the Jetsons was living in the sky and the Flintstones were just living on the ground the whole time.
Right.
If I'm now, man, it better not be no Mandela effect stuff, and this stuff not even be real. Hold on.
Original man, come and sign up to the Patreon. Be a part of the classes that me and this good brother is doing. You retroactively have access to 2 classes that crypto did and 4 other classes that we've gotten in our archives. Please tap in. You know what I mean? We need you in there. The brother's giving up mad information. I promise you. He's giving you sites. He's giving you crypto plays. He's giving you the charts, how to read them. Yeah, crypto was going. He went crazy though last night. Yesterday we actually did our class live. I was in Chicago with the good brother at the venue, in the spot that we did some historic lectures before years ago. And we did our Patreon class right there, and it was a beautiful experience. He had his son with him. You know what I mean? I got to see the God in action. And yeah, all of the students, they benefited. They was lit. Shout out to all of y'all.
Facts. Hey, this the Flintstones meet the Jetsons meet the Flintstones. That's the name.
The Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
1987.
Oh man.
I'm gonna tell you how ill it is, right? When you look at the Jetsons, that was copywritten in like if I'm not mistaken, the Jetsons was copywritten in like 1965. Y'all know they had FaceTime and all that. Like, do we remember they were showing us FaceTime?
Yeah, they was doing all of that.
Back
they
in the
80s, all of those things in the cartoon, bro.
You know what I'm saying? The Android was working for
the Android was cleaning up things like the Zumba.
Yeah. In fact, if y'all remember, George Jetson went to work every day and managed AI. There wasn't even any workers there, bro. He managed AI all day. There was no workers.
Right.
It was shown 30 years ago, bro, what the future held. Y'all better pay attention.
Right. Can you speak to this? This brother said his son is a video game fanatic, and he's been trying to get him into play to earn games. You spoke about this on the stage last night. For all of my parents that are out here who want to upgrade their children to make some bread, could we get a few angles how to approach that from you?
Share my screen real quick, brother Red, if you can. Let me know when we're live.
You shared.
Okay, so this is one such game that individual. Now, let me say this. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of games that you can get involved with tonight. This is the thing. Once again, the barrier is education. That's it. The only thing stopping you all from getting your children involved in this space is the fact that the parents don't understand yet how to operate on the blockchain. Because even though once you get in the door, the gameplay is similar to what the children are doing, they still have to know how to operate with a decentralized wallet in order to interact with these games, because it's not like the normal setup. Whereas, like, watch, if I hit play, let me see, waiting for signature. So y'all can't see it, but right now what it's doing is it's trying to interact with my MetaMask. And it's opening my MetaMask and asking me to find a digital. Let me see if I can get it to say connect wallet. Hold on. Reload. Let me go back over here, just so they can see the difference of how the new world is going to be. So right up here in the right hand corner, see where it says select a wallet.
Yeah.
Already, you tell somebody to go to this website, bro. They're like, wallet? What wallet? Like my wallet? Like,
right.
You're already going to be lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, if you can get past this barrier of how to operate, and the majority of the wallets that you're going to be using in this space are going to be of the MetaMask type. So you can use MetaMask. You can use XDeFi wallet, which is another good one. Operates similar to a MetaMask, but it's a multi-blockchain wallet. You can have Solana, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and a couple of other cryptocurrencies on it. This is another one that does interact with the decentralized applications, play to earn games. Another game that individuals can get their children involved with, which I'm gonna tell you, some of this stuff is next level, Red. Like
I see.
Digital racehorse game, which I've been sharing for a while. Zed Run, where individuals are able to race digital horses and win real money. In fact, give me a second. I'm gonna pause this real.
Okay.
Let me get I'm my gameplay up so you can see how this is pretty real time. But while I do that, look at the sponsors: Budweiser, NASCAR, Ari, Victoria Racing Club, Stella, Netflix, bro. Come on, I'm literally one of the first individuals to own a stable on here. I own the Wendy's Thoroughbreds, and as of right now, I think I got about 10 or 12 thoroughbreds, probably 5 of which I have bred myself. You know what I mean? You are given the opportunity to race and breed more horses, and then sell the breeds, or rebreed. You know what I mean? It's really interactive. But one thing that happened out here, right, that let me know that this is where this is going. One of the biggest racetracks, horse racetracks. Oh, hold on. Balmoral racetrack closes. Here we go. Historic Balmoral Park and Creek, which has hosted horse racing since 1926. When it opened as Lincoln Fields, will be forced to close next year due to the decision by the Illinois Racing Board to award harness racing dates only to Hawthorne Racecourse and Cicero. So you're going to start seeing these things start closing up. You know what I mean? And a lot more is going to start going digital, to whereas physical horse racing is going to be a thing of the past pretty soon. When you see companies like this getting behind the digital race horsing, you get what I mean? They're showing you what the future is here. So this is another one that individuals can introduce their children to. And the last time I went through this at the violence prevention program that I volunteer at out here in Chicago, they were giving newcomers a free horse to race 1 to 2 races with, so they can understand how the space works. But once again, you're going to need to be able to interact with an Ethereum wallet. And not only that, you're going to have to know how to interact on the second layer, which is the Polygon-matic network. So not only do you have to know how to use the original software, you have to know how to use the programs that are within the software, which are the different layers that the Ethereum virtual machine runs on. Another one of my favorites, which I introduced individuals to in the very beginning, which this game was so popular, bro. And what they started doing was allowing individuals to build a team, and then you were able to create what were known as scholarships. And with these scholarships, you were able to allow individuals from wherever to rent your team in battle, and then you would split the proceeds. Now, if you do the research on this, a lot of the scholarships were coming out of the Philippines, meaning individuals in America would purchase a team, which you get a 3-man team. And this is similar to Pokemon, y'all. It's similar to Pokemon right here. Let me see if we can get a play. Is it gonna play for us? Hold on. Bro, when I say hundreds of millions of dollars are generated with this game, not for the company, for the people. Hey, this puts you in the mind of Final Fantasy and Pokemon. There we go.
That's
Just a little just a preview of that. And with these ones as well, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Start your adventure with free starter axes. Wow, this is new. They've been revamping this game a lot, but now they're giving away free axes. You're also, let me see. Oh, yeah, they've definitely been upgraded since May of 17. You can play the Origins on your iPhone now. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is the future, y'all. Like, we so far ahead. People don't even understand it, bro. That's why you're seeing all this integration with the things that we're using today. MetaMask just partnered up with PayPal, so you can shop directly with them. And what else has been coming? There's so much that's been coming out. But you can buy these, you can breed these, you can sell the eggs, you can sell the babies. I used to, teach and tell individuals, man, you can treat these like pit bulls. Buy them, breed them, let somebody else train them and fight them. You know what I mean? Yo, am I still alive, Red? Still with you?
Yep, you good.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we were still alive.
Yeah, like he said, all of my dog collectors and stuff like that. You give the dogs a break. You know what I mean? Start raising digital dogs.
No, facts.
Instead of breaking up real dog families and doing, because I'm not gonna get all moral and whatnot, but that shit is kind of cruel.
Fact. Hold on, I got something.
Especially when it's just being done for the money. Just raise these digital animals and whatnot.
Let me see. I got something for them. This one of the newer play to earn games that I've been interacting with lately. Let me get it pulled up here for you. Here we go. So if you're able to see this is a game that has a play style similar to Monopoly. Hold on, give it a couple of minutes. Make sure everything's viewing right now. Oh, if you can't share the screen for me, Red. Share my screen with the community.
Yeah, I clicked and it went up. There you go.
Let me see, make sure it's coming up. Is it not going to show it? Hold on. So I'm seeing it on my screen, but I'm not seeing it on the. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to do it like this. Let me see if this works. Let me see. Share screen, entire screen. All right. Let me know if you can see it now, Red. For some reason, they may have some type of block on where they're not allowing the screen to actually be seen.
I see it.
You can't see it?
I see it now. Yep.
Okay, cool. Let me see. Launched. Nope, it's not on me. It is. This is the one we want to play right here, but I'm not seeing. Here we go. Hold on, let me pause this so I can sign in for you real quick. My apologies, see exactly where the screen is showing. I'm trying to find this screen. There we go, right there. Let me real quick get signed in.
That remind me of early Nintendo right there. Yeah, he said the same thing. He's giving early Nintendo vibes right there, heavy.
Okay, maybe coming in here.
The songs used to hypnotize us.
Share screen again. There we go. Go ahead and share for me if you can, Red. Let me know when we're back live.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get on the inside. Just so they can get a sneak peek.
This is Play to Earn.
Okay, cool. All right, so every day you check in right now, they're giving you rewards. A sweet reward every day for 7 days. Check-in event. Check in every day to receive various rewards. Check your mailbox for the check-in reward. 19 hours left. So I got, let me see, check my mailbox quick. Diamond times 10. Cool.
This is Play to Earn, right?
Yep. Everything I show y'all is gonna be Play to Earn. Everything I show y'all is gonna be Play to Earn.
That's dope. They got the melanated dude.
Your turn.
Let me see.
Double 2. Your turn.
Let's see. 9 puts me. 2 through 7 puts me on 7 through 9.
Select a block.
Let's go to
Jump 6.
purchase some property.
6. Your turn.
All right, let's see. 10 puts us here. 9, 7 through 9. Let's see if we can win 8.
7.
7, 11. Let's go.
All right,
7.
that's called Monopoly, like you said.
Your turn.
Real life Monopoly, bro. Let's see. United Kingdom, Australia. Let's get something next to where I'm at.
Double. 10. Your turn.
Okay, let's see. We got 7 through 12, which is going to be from there. 4, which is there. 9, India.
9. 9. Your turn.
12. 12. Now look, 12 will put me on her land. What happens when you land on somebody's land in Monopoly? You gotta what? What do you do when you land on somebody's property in Monopoly? You gotta
You pay
pay.
up.
You definitely
Gotta
don't
pay
want to
like
pay
you wait.
4. 7 through 12 puts me.
5. Your turn.
Let's see, we got 7, we got 12, we got 7 through 12.
Seven. 5. Yes!
I just got paid. Let's see.
Your city's been bought out. Your
Damn,
turn.
she just paid me for landing on it, but you can also buy them out of their spot too if you spend enough. So she paid me out the first time and then she paid me again for the slot. So she stole one of my slots. Or outbought me. Let me see, 12.
That's crazy.
7.
7.
They should have that in the daycare centers, yo.
Double. 12.
Which one?
Huh?
They should have this in daycare centers,
Hold on.
right? Melanated daycare centers and like in
What?
homeschools. I said they should have this in daycare centers
City's been bought out.
and it's inside of home, like in daycare centers when the children are coming to school. They should play it
Your turn.
because they'll play this all day. They'll play something like
No,
this all day.
definitely. Definitely.
I know 1-year-olds that'll play this.
Double. 12.
Yeah, this is fire.
And they'll be lit with it.
They'll be lit
Your
with
turn.
it, bro. They'll do
Your
things
turn.
with it that you probably didn't do.
8 puts us there. 7 to 12. Let's do 7 to 12.
Select a block.
Okay, so let's on her spot.
Jump.
I'm gonna pay her, but I'm
12.
gonna snatch it too, though.
No way. Bought out a city.
That way I can get this whole block right here.
Three. Your turn.
Let me see. 8, 4, 10 to 12.
Double. 8. Select an item to purchase. Select an area.
no rematch. And there you have it. Now it's a lot more science to this. A lot more. That was just basic gameplay. But it's that easy though. You know what I'm saying? As far as the gameplay aspect of it. Now, as far as dealing with the shards and the crystals and all that, that's a whole nother ball game.
Right.
You know, but y'all got to see it in real time.
Nah,
why am I playing this? Because you can win money playing it.
Right. Bottom line.
Yeah, I see somebody ask a question. Why are you?
Exactly.
Win money playing it.
Because
niggas do it on their phone all day, every day, and getting paid a fee.
Right. Somebody's asking for a referral link. Do you have one for that?
I'll put one in. I'll put one in the in my LinkedIn tree on my Instagram page. I'll put one in later on.
All right. Yeah, there'll be in the brother's LinkedIn tree.
Yeah, that was just an introduction to the play to earn games. Was there any other questions while I was doing all that pertaining to any other aspect?
Somebody wanted to know how much do they earn? How much you earn?
As far as what, like in one setting or?
I'm not sure. This is a question in the chat.
How much you earn? Depends on how much gameplay you give it. More gameplay, the more you earn. Now you're not winning thousands of dollars a day, so don't think that. That's right. Shiesty. Right. Yeah, I had my Pooh Shiesty mask on last night. I had the Pooh Shiesty on last night. Bet your world star. Bet your world star don't pay. What? I don't even understand. That might be a troll. I don't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we coming up on the 2-hour mark. Is there anything that you want to leave the family with? Can you let us know what we have to look forward to in Sunday's class coming up?
Yeah, definitely. So this Sunday, what I'm going to be walking individuals through is the process you would go through if you were starting off with Cash App, how to get it into the system, and how to swap it out and then get it onto your own system. So we're going to be going from centralized to decentralized. You know what I'm saying? Just as a basic, a primer for everybody, because I don't know how far ahead individuals are or not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yes, family.
The simple setups, basic simple setup.
Yes, indeed. There you have it, family. The brother started this Sunday showing the students step-by-step processes on how to take fiat and walk it through on how to turn it into crypto, and then how to take those assets and do other things with it. So this Sunday, he is continuing that demonstration where he will show you through his screen as he goes through different sites, and you can do that as well as you take your, as you onboard, as you're getting onboarded into different platforms that we have to offer. So
and then I will let them in on what we go, because we got 1 week after that, right?
Yes, we have one more week after this one coming up.
So in the last week, World Star. Okay, I get what the brother was saying. That's my apology. He wasn't to troll. He was talking about World Star, the World Star, the show, the people don't get paid to watch that every day. You're right, brother. You definitely
exactly.
But for the last week, that's when I'm going to be walking you through how to open up your decentralized savings account, issue yourself a loan, and then we will be purchasing silver in real time. I got to see how I'm going to go about it without having to share too much information, but I'm going to show you how I can go from fiat to crypto to self-bank to tangible, gold, silver, lawful money, constitutional money.
All right, there you have it. Go and sign up to the Patreon if you want to be a part of that. The link is in the description. It is Patreon/Red Pillar. The rainbow opals from the $44 tier all the way up. You will have access to the classes that are coming up, as well as the classes that were done already, so you can catch up with all this information that we're giving you to prepare you for the new money matrix that we are all collectively going through right now. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for pulling up. I want to definitely thank you, Bitcoin Bully, for showing up yesterday and representing and getting on that stage and, you just doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Drop that information, drop that knowledge, give out those formulas, change lives, you know what I mean? Be of assistance, drop gems, plant seeds.
Now I want to definitely thank you and your brother, number one, for introducing me to this community. Because I definitely wouldn't have as many followers as I have right now if not for brothers like you, Blue, Black Magic, and then also for the introduction to 19 Keys too, because last night wouldn't have been possible without that introduction. So definitely thank you, brothers, for everything you've done for me so far.
I mean, as you continue to do what you were sent here to do in your purpose, then more things continue to open up. So it's just a gift of our appreciation for everything that you do, brother. Continue to teach the people. We can't pay you. We could pay you in deed, and we will pay you as well in current and energy. But in paying you in deed, that's more solid to me. People be talking.
Yeah, because the energy
doing it.
Okay. I said the energy reciprocates. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's always love. Love to you and your family, brother.
Let me put this out there for the community too. I do have Red, you actually need to come too. These airdrop classes. I mean, okay. You want to wake up to a free band, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 20. You know what I mean? So I got
all that.
So this is how my weeks are set up, y'all. Wednesday afternoons, 5:30 p.m. I got the Boys and Girls Blockchain Learning Club. That's for children, and there's no age limit. The only qualifications is that they need to learn. They need to know how to read, write, and sure enough, if they need your help, that can be possible. But they also need to know how to operate themselves on a laptop. That's it. Right. Read, write, laptop. They can get into these classes and get far ahead of their peers as well as their adult counterparts. Because when I got some of these kids right now, Red Pill,
right?
They'll get on that stage like where I was last night and talk similar to how I was to the crowd.
Right.
Crowd, hold on, you're 9, and you said decentralized what? Like nonce? What transaction fee? Nah, bro, I'm kickstarting the geniuses. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said in that rap that man, what I say in that Lemon Pepper freestyle. I know it's hard to grasp, but we're raising the intellect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the intellect is being raised for individuals that come into this space. Because it's so new, you really have to relearn everything. You know what I mean? Because it's the complete opposite of what we know as the monetary system and the way that it operates. Whereas we're babysat and, you know what I mean, handled like children and incompetent.
Right.
Whereas over here, the full responsibility is on the individual. So Wednesday nights for the kids' classes. Thursday nights are my airdrop classes. If you don't know what an airdrop is, please go research what is a crypto airdrop. This is a real quick explanation. It's a marketing scheme where projects will give out free shares of their tokens for individuals that interact with their social media, interact with their platforms. And the thing about it is that there's no initial sign up, whereas you're identified as an individual. So you can only receive this free money. Like, okay, we'll talk about the PPP, right? You ain't gonna sign up too many times with one name with that. But with airdrops, as many wallets as you have the time to open, that's how many airdrops you can get. So let's just say that a platform has a possibility of giving away $1,000 airdrop. If you walk through those motions that you have to in order to qualify for that airdrop in 10 different wallets, you're gonna receive 10 different airdrops. Right. You know what I mean? So that's 10 free bands, depending on what they're giving out. So that's Thursday nights. Friday nights, our whole class is actually in Chicago, where me and you was at Your Hood Heroes. Right. Located in the Pilsen neighborhood. Shout out to them. Man, definitely shout out to the homies Shake and Bake, KT the Baker, my homie AD Run It Up. Definitely family. They've been hosting, they've been hosting my Burn, Learn, and Earn classes almost 3 years now since the pandemic. We started those classes, I believe, October of 2020.
No, that's solid.
You know what I'm saying? And that brother's been, I mean, man, it's solid, man. I'm coming across solid people in this space just because my energy is solid now. So yeah, anyways, though, on Friday nights, I hold classes in Chicago and virtual. You can get a virtual ticket as well. But I walk individuals through the decentralized finance sector because it's so many layers. You know what I'm saying? You literally got hundreds of different platforms and protocols that you can interact with. And this is the thing. Every single thing that I introduce somebody to pays you in one way, shape, or form. There's nothing I'm ever going to introduce somebody to that is mute and void and has absolutely no utility behind it or a way for an individual to get compensated. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to waste money. I'm not here to make money off the thing. That's another thing. There's no referral links with them. The majority of the things that I do is, hey, you get what you put in. You get what I'm saying? So that's that's the lineup. And then Sundays, we got the Solid Gold Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. That's y'all week right there. And what it's going to do is open up the door for individuals to start growing generational wealth and being 5 to 10 years ahead of the rest of society.
Exactly.
Yeah, the airdrop class is virtual too. Yes.
Yes, it is virtual.
All classes are virtual. But the Friday class I do in person, but you can also get a virtual seat as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. There you have it, y'all. You know what I mean? There you have it. All right. Yeah, the brother said that he's paying. He said he's pulling up. Rainbow Bright said she appreciated y'all in Chicago yesterday.
I appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate. Hey, this the land for me. I'm out here.
Yeah, you're outside. You know what I mean? So
I had to go down the street.
Huh? Literally.
I was telling her, like, you ain't got to thank me for coming to Chicago. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm boots on the ground. So I just had to pull down the street to make it there. It was the invite. It was the invite that brought me there. You get what I'm saying? So once again, man, high honors to 19 Keys for holding that event yesterday. That was definitely monumental. It's etched in history. The brother, hey, he got my first mention in an article, almost like a newspaper that wasn't criminal. You know what I'm saying? That's an accomplishment.
Right. You got press right now. You got the article with your name in it.
Give it high honors to what I put down last night. So damn near shed a tear over that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just to keep it a buck with you, bro. And where I came from, bro, it's just crazy, man. My life is amazing right now. Like, I couldn't even explain it to nobody. Only those that know me know what I've been through and where I'm at.
Right. That's right. When you stay 10 toes, you know, more doors will open up, brother. More things have yet to come. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
It's only begun.
With open arms and palms up and peace.
For sure. So with that being said, family, we're going to leave y'all with the red opals. We'll see you again Third Eye Thursdays, Love and Light. All right, make sure y'all hit that Patreon. Either sign up at the bottom tier and get all of the information that we got on the page, or you can sign up for the weekly classes at the Rainbow Opal tier, and we'll see you on Sunday. Peace.
Up in the Dumbo, smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, touring the underworld, popping the minter. Landing the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still manage like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse we was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coking the bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse we was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting. Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks. Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle. Coking the bundles, it's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands, I'm riding in vans. Slide through your land, hopping the sprinters. Tore the underworld, popping the minter. Land of the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse we was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting.